people are joining in. I'm super okay, nice. So Romario. Hold on, let me turn on this. Hi. Hi. Okay, I'm seeing people. Guys, first of all, Akeem let me just say, Akeem said that only 3 people were going to be on my live, and so far I have 8. So that's a goal. Hold on. Let me just wait until more people come in, because hold on, let me fix this. Are you guys hearing me? Am I being heard and seen? And guys, also confession, I don't know why I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous, because I've posted like videos on social. 14 people. Akeem, I gotta tell you, you're bad man, because there are 15 people now. So also, yeah, so I've posted videos and so on my IG page and stories, but I don't know why this live is making me nervous actually. Good buddy, Matika's friend, congrats boo. You know, thick. Fells, thick. You should DM them. Okay, noted for next time. I don't want to come off and do that now. Let me just wait a bit more for probably like 5 more people to join, and then we can jump in it. And also, all your questions, if you have any other questions or anything, you can ask, and I will be sure to answer everything. Hello, hi Marvin. Hi. Also, my friend was telling me to have an elaborate setup, which I do not. The most I have is like candles lit, and it makes no sense because I can't smell it or see it or anything like that. And nice. Guys, I am so nervous. Why am I nervous on this live? Woo. I am. Also, if you hear me start to like the internet I get problem, it really is not giving problem. It's just me me trying to find a way out of this. The minute you hear me say, oh my god, guys, there's internet issues, you know, it's me trying to get out. So what else can I talk about in the meantime? Hi Joseph, you came on. Hi Sidani. Hello. Also, see that Akeem come. Akeem, I'm telling me that, so by the way, since you're here, because we've been talking about you for a bit. The people them say a bad man. Yeah, the people them say he's a hater because he only talk about 3 people that come from my live. Now I have 15. Right at this point, I feel like it might be a good 200 in the next 2 minutes. I don't know. Hi, Wama Abe. Hey, Chevy. Hi. What's up, big things? Hey, Joseph. Thank you. Okay, let me just jump right into it. At this point, I feel like enough people are here. Also, I realized randomly before I jump into it, I realized when I'm nervous, I go into a British accent, you know. But that's also because I travel. Take planes a lot. I'm always traveling. So, hi, Janae. Neck is here. Okay, good. So, welcome to my IG live to talk about my short film, StoryTellHER. I have the questions that some of you guys sent to me. And then I have questions that I just want to answer. And then I will add Akeem on the live to answer questions. And then Adane, who is also an actor in the project, will be joining a bit later. Okay, so the first question that people catch flights and never feelings. Yeah. Yeah. Catch flights and never catch feelings. Okay, so what is the project about? So StoryTellHER tells the stories of 2 different women living in Jamaica in 2 different periods in time. One is in 1960s and the other one is in 2018. and both women are experiencing life differently, different class, different circumstances, but the theme throughout is love and pain. And what the aim of the film is to really tell that where there is love, there is pain. So those are the two themes throughout. Two separate stories coming together to make the short film. Yeah. Then what was the next question? The next one was, how did the film start? Interestingly enough, this was not supposed to be a film. It was not supposed to be a short film. It was supposed to be nothing, actually. So I am a pretty good monologue writer. You know, no, not to toot my own horn, but tooting it. Yeah, not joking. So, how long is the film? The film is 21 minutes. 21 minutes. Yeah, so how the film started, it was supposed to be, so Squidly, who is a cinematographer for the film and has done so many projects in Jamaica. We're just talking about me wanting to put an actor's reel together and make it a bit more spicy and nice. And it was just monologues that I had. And the aim of it initially was just to have a blank space, solid wall, and to just record them with a beautiful camera that he had. But Squidly is a big thinker, so Squidly moved from that and then basically started to say, let's not do it on a blank wall, but maybe do it on a green screen. And then that moved to maybe try to shoot it in this location, and then it moved to something else, and then moved to something else, and moved to something else. And before I know it, I was budgeting to do a short film. Initially, so now it is two stories coming together to make one. But it was actually supposed to be 3 stories. But we had to pivot and just adjust a bit and cut things down and yeah. The process, the final thing I will answer before Akeem comes on. So again, the film is 21 minutes. Is the process. That's what I'm going to answer next. How did everything come together? So after Squidly and I spoke, we decided that we are going to do a short film. We're going full blown into it. What did I do immediately after? I reached out to Akeem, actually, immediately after. So Akeem, who is going to join the live, and Odain, who is going to join the live as well, all of us went to high school together. Clearly, at different point in time. You'll see. No shade. Yeah, so all of us went to high school together, but Akeem and I have always been working together. So whenever I am entering any form of competition, monologue competition or pageants or anything that requires a performance, I would call Akeem. And once me and Akeem work together, every single time I've always won the competition. Every single time. So it was only it only made sense. The next question, do you plan to do other episodes? Do I plan to do other episodes of this? Well, this is a short film, so it's done. The story will not continue. But I have a few things I'm working on that I'm excited to share with you guys as time progresses. Where was I? Yes, process. So I reached out to Akeem. Akeem came on board. And then after doing that, then I spoke to Cecile Barrows. So Cecile Barrows is an amazing casting director who has worked on so many projects, and I reached out to her to kind of give her an idea of what I had, and then we kind of started to pick people. And all of the persons that are in the film are people who I have worked with at some point. So we decide on who's going to be in it, who is going to direct it, and then we moved on to location. Me and Squidly was all over the place. All over the place. Mind you, I still owe Squidly money for gas. I still owe Squidly money for gas. Because we were all over. We went to Port Royal to look at this prison that was supposed to be a prison, and but then them broke it down, so we couldn't bother use it. And then we started to speak to people in the community, and a gentleman told us about this beautiful space that was just ideal. Only thing we had to do was to clean it out, and yeah, and that worked. And then the next location was where I was living at the time, an apartment. There was a restaurant beside it that I found out after that a lot of big artists do the videos, short videos there. So I started to feel excited about all of that because the space was beautiful. We also got one of my friends' parents' house to do one of the shots. And then something that we had to, so remember I told you that it was 3 pieces coming together to make one. The one that I dropped, that was supposed to be in a church. I got that location from Romario Ricketts, who was one of the PAs on the project. So we had to drop that location because time and money just didn't allow. But we got some beautiful spaces. So after we decided on the location, so mind you, this is way before I'm even thinking about money, cause so there are many lessons that I learned from doing this, which I would then share later. But I'm doing all of this without thinking about money, because in my head I'm saying, guys, it's a short film. Like, how much is it gonna cost? Like, it's not a big thing. And I mean, money is the least. Joking. Watch full government shout out. Romario Ricketts, right? First name, last name, Romario Ricketts. So any illegal activities that they not try know, so me just shout out a while ago again on the live. Romario Ricketts, first name, last name. And that was beautiful. So this was way before I thought about the money. So we decide on characters, we decide on the location, and then it was time to now decide on the money. Asha McHale, Asha owns this big, people in Jamaica know Asha. Asha owns this big film and equipment company, and Asha was kind enough to help me to cushion some of the costs while having some of the best equipments ever. So the quality of the film, you realize that Asha did not disappoint at all. Look at me calling out people government name, first and last name, right? Romario? That is it. So I got equipment from Asha. What else happened? So we did that. I started out the budget. I went to Quindell's costume place. I spoke to Akeem. We worked together to decide on the look of the character. I went downtown to have one lady put one wig something on my head. First of all, I couldn't stay long, right? So let me tell you quickly about the wig story. I couldn't stay long, so I just told her to just judge the size of my head and make the wig on somebody else's head. Honestly, I feel like she made the wig on a baby head, because the wig was so tight. Like, you're gonna watch a film, and if at any point you see tears, yes, it was from the acting, but it was also from the wig tight. The wig was so tight. I am telling you, the wig was tight. I still have the wig here with me, but I don't know whose head that is gonna ever go on. So yeah, so we decided on equipment, and then the last thing before I get Akeem on, the final thing that I did was to get my tribe, which is all my friends who came together to make this beautiful project happen. Some worked as PAs. Romario Ricketts, again, Veronique came on. Daniel was to come on, but something happened. And then just the actors. What I loved was how everybody just came on. I told my friends and people about it, and nobody said, it wasn't possible, it's inconveniencing them. Everybody just came on and make this thing beautiful and make it to what it is. What else? Am I missing anything else while talking about the process? Do you guys have any questions before I get Akeem on board? Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. Also, the smell of my candle, side note, is giving. It's giving. No. Oh, and also shout out to Satania, who I don't even know if I'm supposed to mention this. Good thing that she's not on the live. But one of the locations that we used as well was RE by TVJ television studio, RE TV. We shot a couple of the scenes there, and when I told her about it as well, she was very welcoming. And when is the next film? I have something, Kevoy. First thing, let's not do that because you were supposed to be in this film, remember, but you decide for travel and they're foreign. Right, so let me get Akeem on now. This is how people who may join, anyone can see this. Hey, does this work? Did I add him? Akeem? Hello, Marco. Akeem?
Yeah,
Hey.
sir, I am here. Listen, you can know someone that really used to them something here, man.
It was a
But turn the video around
challenge.
here. But
It
turn
was
the
a
video
challenge.
around here. Alexa, turn the video the right way. Yeah. Alexa, just help me out.
No, no, but to all you that disrespect when people them saying them never that go show up and yeah, what internet a problem. We'll talk about that. And we'll talk about Akeem shaky internet.
Oh no, I just say I was from there. I didn't hear when there. Oh,
Yeah. Let's talk about it. Yeah, hear me though, Akeem? You
yeah, man,
see?
I'm hearing
Hear
you perfectly.
okay, good.
Yeah,
So I had some questions that people sent me to ask you and some that I had for myself.
all right,
Um,
let's go.
the, the first one is what do you want people to take away from the project, from the story?
Um, I don't know. Well, I think firstly, you know, we have to, yeah, just share Jamaican stories in general. I think that is something that is very, very important. And the story of, we were talking before, and I was telling you that, whatever narrative it is that we're trying to tell, it's still a perspective, and it's still somebody else's truth. It may not be specifically everyone's truth that's watching the film, but still somebody's story, still somebody um point of view that we're telling. And I think story tell her, the vision that we had crafted for it is for you to just see these women, um, just to see these women and the different struggles that they go through and different trauma. And I think that's the connection between the two stories, because I don't know if they know that, but it's kind of like an anthology, so it's two different self-contained
Story.
stories. Yeah, but nonetheless, it's still a story, and we're telling these women's story. Um, yeah, so that's it. I think what we wanted our audiences to learn is just to see how different women, everybody have trauma, not just women, but people in general. We all share that one thing, which is unfortunately trauma, because we all go through something at one point or another. So I think that's what this was. It heavy piece. Both pieces
It
are
is
heavy, but I think
heavy,
it was
right?
very necessary to give some
Mhm.
insight. So yeah,
Okay, good. Come on, Akeem, with answers.
come on now. Listen, me, Mr. Jamaica, Listen,
Ah,
world,
that
world
was good.
peace.
Next one. What would you say is your was your style of directing?
Yeah, to be honest, I think I have before then, I'm a lover of film, I'm a lover of TV, literally I'm a TV head. I love watching series, I love watching movies, and I know when we originally started meeting to talk about it, yeah, I've never directed several different short films before, and so I'm coming with this wealth of experience. But what I am a learner. I'm willing to learn, and I wasn't going to come to the table, of course, with you, Melanie. As you rightfully said before, we've always collaborated, and whenever we collaborate,
Right? We
it's a
always
win,
agree together.
right? Yeah, we've always win, and literally we have the receipts for that. So, I wanted this, even though this wasn't a competition, and of course, it is an award-winning film because we
Let's
have
go.
received several
Oh
awards for
yes,
it.
yes, Yes.
Let's go.
Mhm.
So I let them know. So it's an award-winning film, and I wanted it to really to be different because it wasn't a linear story. It's not a story where, oh yes, you have point A, point B, and we follow like this the usual chronological order of a story, but it had different techniques that we used. I mean, you'll see it, but not to give away
Not
too much. But each of
to
these
give away
films,
too much.
right, watching these films, you see we use a few different techniques to kind of break up the usual order of how a film would take place. When you watch a really good film and you're like, yo, I like this technique that they use, I like how they do it, and we try to incorporate that even though it is a short film and we wanted to make an impact. So we know the acting was gonna be good. Kudos to you, Mel. So we wanted the cinematography to work good, and I mean collaborating with Squidly, who is very experienced in film. I really kind of like worked with him as well. When I come up with like a crazy idea to be like, oh, how about we do this angle or we do that angle? He's like, yeah, this work, or no, this don't work, or one thing until he always said try. You know what I mean? And Mel, you were wearing several different hats, and I know sometimes you were kind of like, yeah, remember we were doing this? I was like, yeah, Mel, you look good. She said, sure, yes, we got you. So so it was a trust thing, and
Yeah.
I'm just grateful that you allowed me to be a part of this thing, and we really tried to created this magical piece that we did. Because yeah, watching it back, I was like, yo, I literally remember when we were talking about how we're going to shoot this or the techniques that we're going to use, and I remember even for the first one, the first story in the film. I know you were so confused. The first
Oh
day we had our
yes,
meeting, and I'm like, yeah, man,
yes,
it's
yes.
a little bit. Let's try to do it this way,
Yeah, yeah,
because I mean, at first we had the monologue first, and Mel was like, yeah, Mel was like, yeah, you have like a
yeah,
sarcastic thing. You were like, yeah,
yeah. No,
yeah,
no.
man,
Let me just
yeah,
say, Akeem, it really was a trust thing because initially how it was written and the ideas that I had to say were for the most part different than what the finished product was.
yeah,
And Akeem was describing something for me especially for the first story, and I did not understand it. He tried. Remember there was one point he tried drawing something and saying this is it because I'm a visual learner, but I still could not get it. Even up to like the day before, I remember just sitting in my room and thinking and saying I don't get what Akim is doing. I didn't get it even to the last minute, but you guys would see that it worked out exactly how it
mhm,
was supposed to
yeah,
be, and it was beautiful. It was
yeah,
was it
man.
was for that one? Were you just experimenting, or what was it really?
No, it's not. It's not necessarily experimenting. Because I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm no big time film director. I mean, I've had experience directing a lot of stage productions, but it's similar. It's a lot of the same elements. I mean, film is different because you have to capture specific angles and make sure that the story is still joined together, and we try to thread that together to make sure that it's cohesive, as opposed to stage, which is immediately in the moment that you're seeing it and everything is unfolding in front of your face live. I would say it was experimental because the piece itself, Mel, that you wrote, those two, remember these pieces were monologues initially. You wrote two powerful monologues. The second you did, and it was staged, but we never factored in a certain aspect. I don't want to give away too much. We never had it. It was originally one character, but
Yeah.
then remember when you wanted to incorporate another character, we're like, okay, how can we do this for film? And it was just done beautifully, and I know everybody will enjoy it. So it was experimenting actually, because this wasn't like something that, oh yeah, I know right from the get, but this is what I want. It's through our conversations and trying to uphold the integrity of the story that we're telling about this woman who really lost her child and all of that. We really wanted to show that and really tap into the what if of it all. What I mean? What if? What if this person could confront this person? what would that look like, and how would we create that for films? I think, through the minds of you, your beautiful, innovative and creative mind, and just my crazy yearning for experimenting. We really, really had this bird child, and just big up to you and this initiative. I think, not to toot our own horn, but like, babe, who got the
I
keys to
think
my
we did.
Jeep?
I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
Akeem watched the full thing in its entirety today, well, last night
yeah.
or whatever time it is in the UK, because he's in the UK, you know.
Yes,
Let me
love,
just
I'm here.
yeah,
I'm
he's
in the
in
UK,
Big
not
Big
because
Horn.
it's sunny.
Yeah,
We're in the UK and the sun's still hot.
still very hot. There was something else I'm going to. I can't even know where I'm from the other day, but like the minute somebody cut a conversation, I don't remember when that happened.
Yeah,
What?
man. It's
Yeah.
called getting older.
That's funny. Moving on. Moving on. Oh, also, just because we're talking about the two different stories, let me just say again for those who came on late,
Big up
very
Auntie
quickly, so
Delia.
a big up
Boy,
Auntie Delia. She said, trusting the director is critical. Yeah, there was a lot of trust with this project. Yeah. So for those who just came, oh, one thing I remember what I was going to say, Akeem. What Akeem was also very
Mhm.
mindful of was for both stories to not sound at the end of the day like it was bashing men.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
yeah, because we had three stories initially and we had to drop one. And if that one was in it, you would clearly see that it didn't have anything to do with like men at all or anything. But because we
Mm.
eliminated that one, all the other two were centered around like women and men and stuff like that. So big up to Akeem for not making it sound like they were bashing.
Yeah, and Mel,
Yeah. So
those
again,
are.
what is the project about? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, no, I was just saying as well that, it just so happened that the stories, it's a woman in each of the story talking about a trauma, and it so happens that a male is at the epicenter of it. I don't think that wasn't at all intentional on your part. It just so happened that that's how it unfolded. But like you say, all three pieces.
Akeem, yeah, break up.
No, I'm like the little corner, because the lighting nice.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, break up. Yeah, break up. I still I get bits and pieces of what you're saying, but you're breaking up. Are you guys hearing Akeem? Yes, no? Comment if you're hearing him, please, so I know. Um, but yeah, moral of the story, we love men. We definitely the aim was never to bash men at all. Just putting that out there. So again, for those who came on late, StoryTellHER tells the stories of two different women living in Jamaica at two different points in time. One in the 1960s and one in 2018, who are totally different class, going through different circumstances, but we are experiencing the raw emotions with them of love and pain. And love and pain are at the center of what the film is about, which is basically saying that wherever love is present, at some point throughout a lifetime, that same love will then be transformed into pain. If that makes sense. Okay, Akeem. Oh, hold on. This paper keeps falling. Next question. What was your favorite moment from the project? From
Um,
yours?
I would say my favorite moment was when we shot in Port Royal. That
Mm.
yeah, that was a vibe, just to know the historical significance of Port Royal and just to be there, on that soil, doing that. Listen, I want them to know say enough film and a lot of people wanted to shoot in Port
Yeah.
Royal and never get the chance to do that.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
big up yourself. We got the chance to do that in an actual space that was really, it really was a prison.
Mhm.
It was used for a prison back in the day. So not only is it just like a space, but it was actually a prison that, and the fact that we could have used that, I think it was just one of the most memorable moment in it. And of
Remember
course,
the
Randy was on stage.
writing. Remember the writing that we saw on the wall
No,
in the
what was that? Remind me again.
remember when you see the writing and you just say, I wonder if people who did there in a prison at some point in time, if I them
Right,
remember.
yeah. Yeah, that was kind of eerie. It was really eerie,
Yeah.
It was really eerie. Yeah.
Yeah. But going back to yourself, so you say your favorite moment was
Yeah, I would
the entire Port
definitely say it was a Port Royal moment. And I mean, I think for the second story with the whole shooting incident, that was kind of fun too, to have all the practical things on set with the blood and the gun.
Yeah,
And
I
it
think
was,
that's
that
right.
was, yeah.
Say the rest of the story. Say the rest of the film. Talk to me.
Ah!
Say the rest. Say the rest.
All right,
Say
we're
the
done now.
rest.
We're done. We're done.
Say the
I'm
rest.
done. I'm done. I'm done.
And the final question I have for you, Akeem, is what is your dream project to direct?
Oh goodness. My dream project to direct, I would say, I mean, a story. I love historical stories. Like in general, I love movies that have some historical significance, and I think I would love to be a part of a project, whether I'm directing or acting or both, that has some significant, have some that highlight a part of our history. I think Jamaica, of course, our culture is rich, but there's so many things from our past that I think are stories from our past that I think are just screaming to be use or to be showcased. And I think, look at, our just our national heroes. I would love to see a really good movie. I mean, the Bob Marley film the other day, that was just one idea of how impactful our stories can be. I would love to have a movie, whether it's a short film or a full-length film about Nanny, Nanny of the Maroon, and how that director and how the writers and how that whole production team would reimagine her. I think that would be something that would be so epic and cool, like a proper action film. Just missing and just a bust up, fling two stone off of the red coat them. I think that would be such a really good story, Mel. I mean, you're the writer, so have a think about that and see what
Let
can
me
go on
see
for
it.
that. Oh yes, I think something like that would be so good. Or so many things. The Kendall crash that happened in Jamaica. That's one of like the second largest crash in the history of the world.
Come
You know what
on,
I mean? One of the second
come on,
largest. I think at the
Sean.
time. Yeah, at the
Akeem
time when it happened, that
gave
was
me the
huge.
knowledge.
I would love to see that story really being highlighted. I know a few years ago, I mean, everybody always touching it on our folklores. I think it was um oh my days. I think it was Kurt who did a film with the legends. Like, he kind of highlight our folklore. We have so many folklore. We have Rolling Calf, we have River Muma, we have so many folklores that we can literally cover any genre as it relates to film. We can do drama, we can do horror, we can definitely do, any kind of fantastical story. So I
So
think
you would
it would
you would
just
want
have
to
to
work
have the but
you'd want
yeah.
to work on a project that carries more of Jamaican story to the world.
Yeah, man, we say culture and we say culture. Woy, whether it's anything what to do with culture and anything that have to do with some historical to educate, because I think right now I think the younger generation, I'm not bashing Gen Z, I'm really not. But I think our culture is slowly, I'm not gonna say dying, but I think our culture is being diluted. And because we have, we're very technologically advanced, and I think we are reaching out to the world, we are connecting with the world. But I'm just hoping and praying that we have more stories that kind of preserve our culture some more, as opposed to diluting it. I want us to seem like we're being, we're advancing or we're progressing as a people and as a nation, but I want to see more stories. I'm sure if I take three proper, Gen Z right now and really ask them about certain things, ask them about certain aspects of our culture. They really can't tell you if they're not involved in that culture, in that field, or they're not in a position where they have to be a part of our culture. But just regular, I don't think kids play Dolly House again. I don't know if people still play Dandy Shandy. I don't know if people still play the hand games, Mother May I, so many things like those are the ring games. I would even love to do a documentary on ring games. What ring games? Like, do kids do that anymore? Do kids? Everybody have tablet now. We go to the door. Melly, you used to play them thing there, right? The ring
Yeah,
game.
that was in my
Yeah.
time. Why? I feel like you're lucky I try to touch on age. I feel like I keep not like this. I don't like this. I feel like you're trying to touch on age a lot.
No, I'm not. No, you know what
I'm
I'm saying,
good.
man. But yeah, I'm going off on a tangent now. But yeah, man, I do think that, we really need to showcase our talent. Because our culture is so nice and so rich, and everybody want to be a part of it. So I think we should just use that to our advantage and try to showcase as much of it as possible.
Someone said that the Kendall story is in works. So,
Oh, okay. All right, it works. Love it.
why
I
Akeem
would
and
have just,
like
sorry,
all
him all. Listen,
push up
I'm
the
a
great
very, very
year.
old soul, No, Melly, I that me died. In the day now. From a show you earlier in the day to now, it gone. Yes. Could have come for the good life with gray hair. Come on now. But we're embracing it, see. But we have wealth and knowledge, Remember, come on now. I would Michelle, you have to know the thing, we're well educated, Come on now. We're very cultural and educated, and we're very informed. So
Yeah,
we try to push that as much as possible. We just come
no,
with
no,
the age. That's all.
because I
That's all.
tried, but she basically I try to put me in the same age bracket. That's the purpose of the question. That is the real question. That's why that's your teacher from high school. Yeah, Akeem, Miss Barrett. I'm not
Okay.
remember.
Oh, okay. Hi, Miss.
Yeah. You guys are so funny. Hey, listen, let me shout
Is
out.
that simple thing? Oh, Mel, I wonder if we could start a vlog. Like, we can start a channel, It's a simple thing,
Yeah,
Who don't
yeah,
watch a channel?
with our 18
Make some.
consistent people.
But I wonder if we can get some tap and roses on it. Somebody can send me a lion or this another lion something.
But this are the one way if you tap roses they get money.
No,
Is
I
it not
want that.
TikTok?
Wait, go. Somebody
Alright, so
said a lion now.
I feel all for real. Oh
Come
wait,
on,
you
guys,
said
taps
that the
and
one
roses.
I said heart. So heart
No,
when you get a heart on this and fire emoji
I'm
and stuff like that, it mean
only
money are
that.
coming.
I mean, I like that. No, I mean, I feel saying, I think that a TikTok or the wrong channel is. Taps and roses. Watch out, somebody has said lion emoji. No. We don't want that one like money lion.
Or no. I think that with our TikTok with up on the wrong chat. Cut the show. Cut the
cut,
show.
cut, 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 cut.
Akeem, thank you so much for joining us
Hey,
today.
hey,
Um,
hey.
I appreciate you, Akeem. I
Love
can't
you
wait
so
for you
much,
guys
girl.
to see the whole thing. It is a beautiful project. Every time I say it's a decent first film, but it is just a very good film, Flatline, and I can't wait
Yeah.
for you guys to see it. Also, off before I can come off, or just side note, listen, my mother has a fake Instagram page and she thinks I'm don't know. And she comments a lot and like a lot and she thinks I'm know say she, but me know. Okay? I just put that there for no reason. Alright, Akeem, later.
Bye.
Enjoy
Big up, big
the
up. Thank you for having me.
later. So I'm gonna get a Dane on. Later.
Bye.
Bye. A Dane. What is going on? Okay, guys, somebody help me out. I'm trying to get a Dane on, but does he have to first request for it to come on? Then I add him. Is that how it works? Because I'm not seeing a request to on him. Okay, moving on until a Dane comes on. So the next question that I had that someone asked me was, I think I answered that already. What was next? I have a few things working on that are totally different from Melia Twang. When you can listen, I realize when I'm nervous, I just go into either an American accent or an England accent. That's what I do. And it's okay for me because I travel. I have a visa, It's stamped. Auntie Delia. The visa is stamped all over. I travel a lot. Moving on. So yes, this was actually done 2 years ago. Where's Satash? Yeah, Ima watch it live. In my request. Okay. Akim, you can message Odin for me, please, so I can tell him to come on, please. Cause the nerves start kicking again. I don't know why am I getting nervous? Okay, moving on. So this was done 2 years ago. I feel like I should get Akim back on. So yes, this was done actually shot 2 years ago. And we entered a few film festival competitions. I should have made a list of them because I don't remember, but we entered a Toronto Film Festival and we entered and won 5 different awards, including for Best Short Film, Best Caribbean Film. Akeem won an award as well. Yeah. Talk about the films, and then so I'm wrapping up because I don't see Adane coming on. Akeem, can you message Adane for me? I don't know what's happening, please. So I spoke about that. So the last one, which was the challenges that I had with this project or things that I learned. What I took away from this project was to pivot very quickly, very, very quickly. Okay, I didn't miss it, but let me finish talking something because I come on late. So was to learn to pivot quickly. We had to make a lot of adjustment, changing, recasting, changing locations, deciding to no longer use a particular equipment because it was just outside of the budget. Adjusting, thank you Akim, he's here, and adjusting things. So I think that was the main thing I learned, was to pivot, and I think we did that well. And everybody and everything that was supposed to happen, I feel like happened for the project. All right, Adane is here. I clicked it on. Adane, testing. Okay. Hey.
Hello,
Hold.
how are you?
I'm good. You're not driving, right? You're not driving and talking on the phone.
I got the police on the live.
Moving on. Moving on. How are you, Adin? How
I'm
are
great. Thank you very
you?
much for asking. How are you?
I am good. I am
I'm
so good.
I'm
I won't keep you
great.
long because I know you're going somewhere and moving all about. So I just have a few questions for you. So Adin, just like Akeem, all of us
Mhm,
went to the same high school, fun fact. And
mhm.
again, of course, they were years ahead of me. We went to the same high school, but we were not in the same class, same grade. They were years ahead of me, meaning that they graduated way before I did. Okay. So Adane is in one of the stories. So again, 2 different stories coming together to make one. And Adane was in the first story, which is the one that you
Mhm,
guys are seeing mainly, me showing more, which is the grieving mother speaking to this man um who raped and murdered her daughter. And she's now finding a way to cope with the situation and speaking to him in the prison. And Adane played that gentleman. So Adane, my first question to you is, how was it being a part of of the project?
First of all, I'm working with you guys. Of course, you can always call on me once I'm available. I'm going to be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it, it's of course, it's a monologue that you actually um made um made known to others now,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because of course, you do monologues, either you might be do a little video or you maybe do a little or you perform it at maybe like festival or so forth, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're actually bringing to life, and the story that you're actually telling is one that needs to be known to others,
Yeah.
right? So others need to know what's happening because we know, right? But as Dela said on the live earlier, right, that women are silenced. It's really true,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So for you to actually come up with something that we can actually tell this story, right? It actually speaks volume, right? And we can actually say that, look, and to be honest, it's already winning different awards and entering different festivals, not only here but abroad. And people like the story because people know that this is actually happening. So
Mm-hmm.
for you to actually come out with it, for the team to actually bring it to alive, right? It's a really good one. So I really enjoyed working on this project.
Okay. Nice. And next question I have for Aden is, what do you want people to take away from that story, that particular story that we did together, which was you playing the man who murdered the lady's child? What do you want? What would you want people to take away from the overall story?
Yeah, as I said, just know, don't be silenced, right? Do not,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it is something that's going to mess with your mental health. Because, of course, we see different stories in the news. We hear of these scenarios happening, right? But after
Mm-hmm.
the news, after a week, right? To be honest, the population maybe forget about the story. Someone might bring it up, somewhere down the line you remember it, and it's just here or there for you, right? But what about the victim that's actually going through it? That definitely have to face this, right? This is going to
Yeah.
mess with them emotionally, physically, all of that, right? So don't be silenced, right? If there's something happening or you see something, right? Do not be afraid to talk. And I'm not talking only to females, but males, because of course males go through these situations too, right? So the major thing or the major factor, the major thing that we have to focus on, or the message that we have to focus on, do not be silenced.
Okay, I love that. I'm not going to keep you long. Realize you drive boat. Thank you so much, Odin, for being a part
That's
of
okay.
this. Odin did an exceptional job. Exceptional job. And Odin did not
Easy.
hesitate when I asked him to come on board and be a part of this project. And I can't wait until for you guys to see everything. Odin, take care. Be safe. Talk
Love you know, and have
later.
fun.
Yeah,
Period.
man.
Bye.
Later. Hang
I
up, come off, or however I want to exit from.
really don't know how to do this. And I remember you said that
God,
I'm
I
up
feel
in
like
here.
we're not the same age group for real, because I'm not understanding how to do this either. I don't know how to take you
Right.
off. Just like come out of the app or whatever.
Well, I'm tapping the screen. I don't know tap. What them say? Taps and roses. I'm
Me no
tapping.
know. Me no
Oh
know how.
yes, I'm gone. I'm fine. I'm gone now. See, I'm telling me learn up my things.
Okay,
Don't do my sir.
later. Ooh, okay. So I am wrapping up the live now. Akeem came on. Dane came on. Do you guys have any other questions for me? Um, anything else that you'd want to know? I'm wrapping up now. Yeah, guys, the project took a lot for us to do. A lot of time, a lot of energy, and to be very honest, I've been nervous and anxiety. I take my body all over in putting out the project. It took me a while to put it out because we did it 2 years ago, and now that I'm looking at certain things, I'm kind of nitpicking and saying maybe we should have done something differently. Maybe I wouldn't do it like that now, but it's a beautiful film with beautiful stories about two women living in Jamaica and going through what comes with love, which is pain. And I feel like all of us can relate to that, regardless of where we are in our lives or in the world. Is all of us go through love and pain, whether it's with romantic pain, you know, at some point, whether it's a breakup or your lover dies or even a childbirth, you know, you love it, you love the baby. Of course, you want the baby, but the process of it is usually painful, I hear. Um, and just stuff like that. So I'm happy that you guys are going to get to see it next week, Saturday, at 8 o'clock on my YouTube channel. And yeah, also let me just answer these questions very quickly that aren't so much about the film, but people wanted to know. So He Looks So Famous asked me, unrelated to your acting, are you talented in Jamaican cuisine? Listen, girl can cook. Girl can cook. Girl can. I'm the chef in my family. I won't go as far to say that, but I can. I'm a really, really good cook. Naked Face asks me, when are we going dancing? When are we collaborating on our creative endeavor? First of all, you were supposed to send me the script of the thing that you wrote, and I haven't gotten it as yet. So when you're ready, I am ready. Dancing, DM me. Let's talk. Somebody asked me, when am I coming to Miami to make a film? I think they asked that question being shady because they know that I am not a fan of Florida. Is not really my favorite state to be. And then the final question is, am I gonna be in your next short film? Which was from Kevoy again. Kevoy was actually supposed to be one of the actors in this film in StoryTellHER, but it just was not possible at the time. So Kevoy, of course, I got you. I got you. Guys, this is the end of my live. Thank you for being here with me. A whole of almost an hour. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, giving me a time. I hope I answered all the questions and you guys are now more interested to see the project and you guys now understand a little bit more about what we were trying to do, what we were trying to achieve. And yeah, love you guys. Can't wait for you to see it. Later. Take care. Be safe. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful week. And I will keep you posted on everything else that is to come. Save the live. How do I save it? How do I save it though? Tell me, Rochelle. How do I save the live? Do I just, you did well. Thank you. Big up John. Oh, yes. Hold on. Let me big up the actors and everybody who worked on the project together. John Chambers. John was so good as the interrogator in this film. John never missed a beat, even when we were out, even when Akeem said cut, John was still in character every single time. I don't know. John was just so good. Also, John, again, when I asked him to be a part of the project, John never hesitated and just come on board and made it into this beautiful thing. So big ups to John, big ups to Stuart Smelly, who was the abuser in for the first story. And just everybody who came on board, my friends that came to be the PAs and line producers and, you know, that was on the road to help with snacks and everything. I love winning. I love you guys. I won't get emotional or anything on the live because crying is not I don't have a pretty crying face. But I love you guys. I love everyone who took the time out to be here today. Akeem, thank you. Odane, thank you very much for tuning in or coming on board and speaking. Take care. We will talk. And I am out. Rochelle said exit and then there's an option. All right. Thank you, love. Later, guys. Exit. I'm not seeing how to exit. Should I? Oh,